Tide Talk Web is back, and that's me right here looking to see if we actually have an offensive coordinator. Okay, I've been stewing on it a little bit. Let's go over it again. This is the last video I'm going to make about the Oklahoma game. It was a disaster. I mean, it looked like we didn't even get off the bus. It looks like we didn't practice all week. It just, I know a lot of people say the season's over. The season's not over. You still have to play Fairburn, and you still have the bowl game. I mean, it'll probably be like the Citrus Bowl or, the Shreveport Music City Bowl. Or I don't know, something garbage. And that's fine. It's just the performance was bad. You look at the way we played, like even Vanderbilt, we were in the game. Like that was a bad loss, I get it, but we were in the game. We still put up points. This one, I mean, it was horrible. I mean, we couldn't block, we couldn't run, we couldn't catch, we couldn't convert on first downs. We kept running the ball with Milroe, even though he's not a running back, and people don't realize that, or at least the offensive coordinator doesn't realize that. On the O-line was not good. I mean, Pritchett and Proctor were horrible. I mean, there was others, don't get me wrong, but they were noticeably bad. Just to start the game, for example, C.J. Dupree, he dropped two passes almost in a row, and they were for first downs. And then on one of them, his block single-handedly stopped us from getting a first down. And it wasn't just him. Even Williams dropped some easy first down passes. Bernard dropped some easy first down passes. And where are the other receivers? I mean, are they in witness protection? Has anybody seen any of the guys besides Williams and Bernard? I mean, it's honestly frustrating. We're not getting Law any carries, any catches. Milroe, if you look at his stats, we ran the ball with him 15 times for 7 yards. 15 times for 7 yards. Think about that. If it doesn't work after the first 5, get rid of it. Do something else. And and I've said it all year. I said it when we hired the guy. I've got videos that talk about it. He only coached 1 year as an offensive coordinator and was so bad, he got fired by DeBoer. I get it. You came in 3 weeks before the season started because Grubbs and the offensive line coach that was the best offensive line coach in the country in college football in 23 jumped and went back to Seattle because they wanted to be in a state that rains all the time and is cold. Okay, that's their Shangri-La. Wonderful. Sheridan's doing a bro favor for DeBoer. That experiment's over. He is bad. Even Tommy Reese, a 32-year-old young man he still, at this point last year, had us ready for the playoffs. Milroe's gone backwards all year. He's gotten worse all year long. And all this garbage about running him to death, one, he's not a running back. Two, you've got a quarterback. I get he had an off night last night, but running the ball is not going to do it. And keep doing the same thing and expecting different results is literally the textbook definition of insanity. Him going out there after the first 5 runs didn't work, and that raggedy offensive coordinator we got going out there and doing the same thing again, you have no confidence. DeBoer's going to have to make a serious decision at the end of this year. You're going to have to ditch the offensive coordinator, and you're going to have to ditch your wide receivers coach. And you more than likely probably need a different offensive line coach. These guys are going backwards, not forwards. These are horrible hires to begin with, and I get why we had to do it. I understand that. Not faulting DeBoer for that. They have to go, period. You're going to have to put your foot down and make the horrible decision and get rid of them. Now, Milroe had 11 pass attempts for 26 pass attempts for 11 completions and 164 yards. If you just showed me that and said throw a touchdown on there, I said we probably win the game. Milroe unfortunately had 2 INTs, which account for 14 of their points. One of them he got baited, and the other one was just horrible decision making. Should have thrown it away or ran it at that point when the play breaks down. Jan Miller, he had 12 carries, 45 yards. Bernard had 4 recoveries, 60 yards, 0 TDs. And Hayes had 3 carries for 18 yards. We were getting about 6.8 yards a clip running the ball, and we just go away from it. I don't understand Nick Sheridan, are you watching the same game the rest of us are watching? Because I don't believe you are. I think you're watching some other game that is not us. I'm just saying. You look at Jackson Miller, the quarterback at Oklahoma, if you can call him a quarterback. He was 9 of 11 for 68 yards and no touchdowns. For 68 yards. You tell me at the beginning of the game, hey, their quarterback's only going to have, he's going to throw about, 11 times, get 9 receptions, and he's going to have 68 yards. I say we blow Oklahoma out. Their running back had 18 carries, 107 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Can somebody explain to me, Womack, how you cannot sell out on the run? How you cannot put a spy on their running back and quarterback and say, okay, if they're going to throw on us and beat us, that's fine. Do not let them run. That didn't happen all night. It never changed all night. No change-ups all night. I don't understand that. I know we're better than this. I know we are. I know we have better talent than that. It's like Oklahoma took Vanderbilt's playbook, 12 plays, and they only used those plays on offense, and then they took Tennessee's defense and used it and did it perfectly. I don't get it. This is more of an embarrassing loss than Vandy. Vandy I can handle because Vandy has a winning record. Oklahoma was 5-5 and 1-5 in conference heading into this game. Absolutely friggin' embarrassing. And we go out there and look like absolute ass bags. Just a sack of ass is what we look like. There is no excuse for that. And that comes down to coaching. Yes, the players didn't execute, but damn, the majority of that lands on the coaches. And I'm talking to you, offensive line coach, offensive coordinator. Now, I will say this for Kane Womack. You held him for 3 quarters. You can't ask a defensive coordinator and those guys to bail you out every single time and not put up anything on offense, not get first downs. We had 4 of 12 first downs in the first half against Oklahoma, against a team that's 1-5 in conference. That should be a wake-up call. All around, it was a bad game. But I'm not even pinning this on the defense. The offense put this defense in that, and the first 3 drives Oklahoma had, we stop them. The defense stops them. Wake-up call to offense. Get a few first downs. Hey, Danny Sheridan or Nick Sheridan, how about you call a different game? How about you stop running the quarterback? And I get it. Some of these runs, Milroe probably could have had a first down if he ran straight instead of bouncing to the outside and keep avoiding people. True. But if that's what's going on, stop running the quarterback. I don't know. Do anything else to get something going. This play calling and trying to do the same thing over and over with the same results is frustrating. And DeBoer knows this. I guarantee he's thinking this. Nick Sheridan has to go. You cannot do the 2025 season with Nick Sheridan as the offensive coordinator. It will be even worse disaster. I'm telling you that. It will be absolutely garbage water. And probably the offensive coordinator and the wide receivers coach need to go. Because literally last year, a 32-year-old that's a tight ends coach now, Tommy Reese, had us ready for the playoffs. Had a quarterback that probably should have just been running back playing great NCAA football at this time of year. Now it's totally reversed. He's gone totally backwards, and this is on the coaching. And there's got to be some tough decisions at the end of the year. That being said, the season's not over, unlike a lot of people say. For the playoffs, it is. Playoffs are done. It's absolutely disappointing that in a 12-team format playoff, this Bama team, not great, but they're a good team, is not in the top 12. That's what's absolutely embarrassing. That aside, we still got Felburn. We still got a bowl game. We still got recruiting. That we need to go ahead and finish out strong. Period. Still love my Tide. Still going to roll with the Tide. Still going to watch the game. But some of this stuff is just frustrating. Even Randy Watson is not happy. But we got to get it together. DeBoer's going to get it together. He's the guy. He's going to do it. 3 tough changes need to be made in the offseason, and I expect at least 2 of the 3 to be made. If not, we're in deep shit in 25. Period. That's all I got to say. I've heard some analysts talk about, the Bama room, the wide receiver room ain't good and blah, blah. No, I'm not buying it. They are good. You saw what they did last year. Sorry, they are. It's the scheme. It's the coordinator, and it's very plain to see. And it's the way we've managed the quarterback. It's the way we've developed the quarterback, which is not developing him. And it's not lack of effort, and it's not lack of him working hard and looking at game film. This is on the coaches. And there needs to be a hard-ass look at that at the end of the year. But let's finish out strong. Let's do what we got to do. Let's roll, Tide, roll, baby. Anyway, I'll be back later in the week for an Iron Bowl review video and strategy video. Anyway, y'all have a great night. Tide Talk Web is out.